Paul, well done tonight. Brilliant performance, particularly given the fact that obviously the boys you're already down. But what does it mean to you that you are down and the players are still putting in fighting performances like that at the end of the season?
Yeah, it's a good reflection on them, isn't it? The questions I got asked when relegation was confirmed early on against Wolves were just that. Will the boys keep the fighting spirit, fight for results to keep the integrity of the league? And I took that as being disrespectful and a bit of an insult on the players, because of it's been their honesty and the work rate that's got them where they are, got them into the Premier League, kept them in the Premier League with a fantastic season last season. And then we know how difficult it's been for lots of reasons this season. So, yeah, it's a reflection on them and that honesty that we speak about. So, yeah, I'm delighted for them.
And obviously Everton, with so many top-class players in their side, but it's a 17-year-old kid who's leaving with the headlines. What a special moment for the youngster.
Yeah, fantastic moment. Yeah, he couldn't have worked out better for him in his first start in the Premier League. But he deserved this start. He's a hard-working lad. You could see that today. We know he's scored goals. We know him well through the academy and how he's developed, and he has developed really, really quickly in a short space of time, and that's credit to everyone that's been working with him. But it was the fact I know how hard he works for the team, which sort of changed my mind and made me think to pick him and start him, because we have to perform like that. You saw how good we were without the ball today, and he played his part in that. So to come away from home to any Premier League team, especially with the calibre of players Everton have gotten to get a clean sheet, is a credit to every player.
I was going to say, Paul, you'll know him as well as anyone from him coming up through the ranks. How far, I know it's very early to say, but where can he get to, and how good a sort of ray of light is it for you guys, given what has been a tough season?
Yeah, well, we believe in him. I believe in him. But he's 17, he's a young lad. He'll have a lot of more ups and downs throughout his career in his next few years. But it's a great start, fantastic start. Everyone will be talking about him, but that brings with it a different type of expectation. But we'll work hard with him. He knows how hard he's got to work, because he's nowhere near finished yet. And you know, you're not a player until you've played 100 league games, and he's just starting out. So we'll keep managing him properly. We'll keep pushing him hard. And the players won't let him get above his station either. So he's one of a few young players we've got who we're really pleased with at the minute. So, yeah, he's a reflection on, as I said, a lot of the hard work that's been going off in the academy.
Just last one for me, Paul. Obviously, we're talking about Daniel, but I thought David McGoldrick tonight was sensational on the ball, off the ball. How much did he help tonight, and just how big has he been for you this season? And again, in what's been a difficult time.
He's been a big plus point, and I spoke with him last week, a couple of weeks ago, about how it's a credit to him that 33 years old and it's him that's playing up front with another at the minute. Well, while I've been here, and that's how I see it. He's been that important to the team when I've been in charge. He's a leading goal scorer, and so we wanted to give him that help, that energy of Jebo with his legs and his running power, and obviously Ozzy, who played up there as well today. So we've had he's played his part throughout the season, but he's had his help today in getting this result. But I agree, he was fantastic. And there's some other big players as well today who performed well.
Nath? Hi, Paul.
Hi, Nathan.
I would go as far as to say that's the best performance of the season, Paul, tonight. That's how good that was. One of the things what was pleasing to see was just the confidence of the players on the ball. You know, we haven't seen that this season, and particularly where they were last week, perhaps. I don't think anyone saw that coming today, and that must have been the pleasing point for you, that players wanted the ball, but they were good on the ball as well.
Yeah, we were good on the ball. I think the fact, I thought we were good on the ball. Yeah, I agree, totally agree. But I think the fact we were so good without the ball gave us that confidence and that structure to play from. So we always had bodies around the ball when we won it back. We had young Jebo, whose role was in the team was to try and stretch it, make the pitch big, and then we create space for the other players to get on the ball. So, yeah, we were good. I agree. We were good today. Pleased with us with the ball, without the ball. And it was a strong performance, definitely, and it deserved 3 points.
One of them performances where regrettably, had this performance come in the first 10 games, I wonder if things turn out slightly differently to how they've been, because the players have needed one of these for so long.
Yeah, they have. But I've just been speaking before, doing the other press, and you've seen all the games as well, Nathan, that there has been a lot of good performances early on in the season where big moments don't go your way and then you get punished at the other end, and then it's a really difficult game. It's no coincidence that our wins are coming when we score first. It totally changes the mindset, and it's a tough league. So I agree 100% that we were excellent today, but there has been some other big performances and good performances through the season which didn't get the rewards, especially early on. And then once you're down at the bottom, it's a tough mindset. And I mentioned it last week, didn't I, when we conceded early on against Palace, that I thought the lads actually showed decent spirit to fight back and get a foothold in the game and be pushing in the second half until we were punished again. So that's one thing we did really fight against today, making sure we were strong from the first minute.
And that performance today, the sight of Debison and the performance does that sort of reaffirm your belief that the new manager, when he comes in, he has got so much to look forward to next season?
Definitely. I've said it all along. I've said it to yourself after questions. You can't fault the players' honesty. We might not have been good enough in times and in games. We've all seen that, but that's the league we're in. Two of our league are in the Champions League final, another in UEFA Cup final. That's the standard of our league. It's just the top. So we haven't been good enough at times. We know that, but we've certainly been honest enough and hard-working enough, and all the physical data will reflect that. So certainly that's a reflection on the players and what we have to make sure we produce next season in the Championship, but also performances like that of quality. And you mentioned Jebo. I think the academy is in a strong position, not just Jebo. I'm happy with a lot of the young players who are coming through around the same age and younger. So that's a reflection on a lot of the hard work that goes off behind the scenes as well in the academy.
Brilliant. Well done tonight, Paul. Well done. Thank you.
Yes. James.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Got you, mate.
Yeah, brilliant. That's a start. I was just wondering, how did the players greet Daniel in the dressing room afterwards? What were they like with it?
Yeah, I don't know, because he was doing the press and I came out early as well, so I've missed that to do this job. See, I've been stuck here talking to you a lot, and I've missed all the important stuff.
When did you tell him he was playing?
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Named the team yesterday, so he knew. So yeah, he's handled it well. Another thing you're looking at, I did consider do I chuck it in later, but I'm probably giving the team away to the rest of the players, because I always name it the day before and we work on certain things. So yeah, he's handled himself really well in that build-up, because no doubt there'll have been nerves. That can sometimes affect not only your performance in the match, but also physically you well and really take things away from you. But it lasted 90 minutes in his first Premier League game, so it's a credit to him.
I was going to say as well, the other thing, he seemed to sort of almost invigorate the players around him. Would that be a fair comment as well, bringing somebody new in after what has been a tough old few months?
Yeah, new, but making sure that he knew his role and the players knew his role. So we didn't carry a single player today, so it's really important that he brought his energy. He was in because I wanted energy, I wanted hard work, willingness to run in behind, to really make it uncomfortable for centre-backs. You might not always get the ball if you're playing that role, but your running then makes space for someone else. So the fact he's got that ability and that willingness to run like that really helped the rest of the team.
I was going to say, because the finish wasn't in a daft sort of way, it perhaps wasn't the most impressive aspect of his performance, was it?
Oh no, it is. No, it is. If you're between the goalposts, the 6-yard box, putting him in as a striker, honestly, not enough people do that. So it is certainly the most impressive thing. And again, the reason why we know we can pick him, because he will be in the box when chances come. When we get in the final third, he knows he has to be between the goalposts, and it's really important we always have someone in the box with that threat.
Yeah. And just one last thing from me. It was nice to see Jack Robinson, I guess, involved in the goal as well on his return.
Yeah, so he's worked hard, hasn't he? He's been out a long time. I was really impressed with how he's been training to get fit and get strong. And I told him a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to use him before the end of the season because I was impressed by his attitude. People out. And I thought, yeah, he had a strong game today.
Brilliant. Cheers, Paul. Thank you, mate.
Thanks all. Thanks.